Greetings metalheads, hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Thank you for tuning into the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Today you're going to be listening to an audio interview that was done with Chuck Schuldiner from the band Death. As we all know, he sadly passed away many years ago. A fantastic musician, much inspiration to a lot of people, and certainly a great guitarist and great guy. So this interview was done on the Individual Thought Patterns tour in the UK in Bradford some years ago. Also joining me on the interview is Gene Holgan. Hi Gene, hope you're doing well, and also Steve Di Giorgio, who's a good friend of mine, both of them. Hope you're doing well, guys. So yeah, please listen to the interview, please subscribe, please give a thumbs up. Like I say, and be safe, stay metal, and enjoy the interview. Thanks for watching and listening. Stay metal, folks. R.I.P. Chuck.
Death interview with Chuck, Steve and Craig from Forbidden. First of all, Chuck, could you tell me, it's a bit of a boring question, but when did you form actually, Death?
Back in mid-'83 under the name Mantis,
yeah,
which was inspired by obviously one of the members from Venom, who definitely inspired us.
Yeah, SACRA.
That's what I sacrificed.
Craig wasn't in the band back then.
But yeah, so mid-'83. We've been around. It's actually going our 10th anniversary, so it's been a decade of death.
So what's happened with the Whoa! What other names did you have in mind besides Mantis? Was there any other names, or was it just...
She Floka, which didn't work out. No, I'm just kidding.
What did she do?
She Floka.
She what?
She Floka.
Did she?
She's a third evil sister, She Stono, from the planet Triplanka. Dude, what's up?
She with the custom.
No, Mantis was the only one.
Right, okay. Besides the lineup changes, do you still get on with the old members of the band, or...?
They live at his house.
Right.
They actually cook me hamburgers every third Sunday of the month.
Oh,
they come over and cook and mow the yard. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't really keep in touch with, let's put it this way, I don't keep in touch with people who talk shit.
Yeah.
And whoever those people may be.
Backstabbers and...
Yes.
John Hand being the worst, probably, out of all those.
Was that, sorry?
John Hand on the first album?
That's the guy who played...
He played all the solos on Scream Bloody Gore.
Right.
No, he didn't play it.
This interview's going to be like, no, just kidding, no. Just kidding the whole way.
No,
That's what happens when you...
there's definitely some problems with certain people, but, I go about my business and they go about theirs.
Right. Could you tell me how many demos Death have done?
We did 4 official releases.
Right. What would they call them?
Death by Metal, which is purely a metal
heavy metal song, yeah. Fistbang Mania.
But it was very brutal.
Yeah.
Death by Metal, we had Reign of Terror.
Yeah.
The original title.
Yeah.
We had
3 or 4 of those at the time.
But dude, no, this is in '84. So you must remember that was before, yes.
You're ahead of
Legacy, yes.
And Blind Illusion Trilogy of Terror.
Yeah, so damn it.
Okay.
And we had Infernal Death demo and the Mutilation demo.
Right, so which one actually got you the deal in the end?
Mutilation.
Right, how many copies did you sell to the public?
We sold, I think, about 300 copies. It was mainly for signing purposes.
Right.
So it was just, we sold, a few.
Yeah, right. Could you tell me what other labels approached you besides Relativity Combat?
Roadrunner.
Yeah.
They're very interested in us. We work with them in Europe, but we're not actually signed.
I read an interview with Raw about last week. Said you want to get off Relativity or something.
Yeah, they definitely suck major armpit juice.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. What's the problem with them?
They just don't want to spend any money when it comes to promoting a band. And whether you have a restaurant or you're a band or whatever, you have to have promotion to promote your product. And music is a product.
Right.
It takes money to make money.
Exactly.
And that's all there is to it.
And they just take money under the bridge.
Yeah.
And out the back door of mom and pop record stores.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
So,
I can say that. I'm not on
ongoing problem.
I can say that.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm on Relativity.
So you're quite happy with the record, all the deals and...
It's the same problem like everyone has, like Craig, anyone who deals with labels or Relativity in general, there's problems. It's just part of the business, unfortunately, like we were talking before about being ripped off. Just everything like that happens to a band one time or another.
Right. So, could you trying to think what I can say next. Was there any major labels approached you or any joint?
Not that we know of. A lot of times labels won't tell you unless someone's very interested. So we've never been told whether or not we have or not. We could have been and just not have known.
Would you accept a major label? Or?
It depends on what they were willing to do and if they knew how to like market, metal. Roadrunner does great. I think they know how to do well, but everyone has their faults. But they've done good for us so far. I think they're a good example. Sepultura is a good example of having a label behind them.
I don't like the new single, Sepultura.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah,
I've got
too commercial.
Territory?
Yeah, it's a bit
commercial.
Well, not commercial. It's more like it goes in one ear and out the other, and you think,
tabs, man.
I've heard it all before. Sort of.
It ain't commercial.
So, any idea how long it's going to be?
Okay, then. Okay, yeah. Right. Can you tell me what influences you have as a band? I understand you're a big Kiss fan.
Yeah, Kiss.
Yeah.
Definitely. For me, when I was 8. They inspired me to play like every other. Yeah.
That's when I started.
They were my gods, and lots of stuff. Iron Maiden, Priest, Venom, Metallica, Exciter, Raven, Merciful Fate. God, lots of stuff. Rush, whatever. Watchtower.
Had exactly the same influences. It's really funny.
Yeah. What about you, Steve? What
Definitely crucial.
What was your influences when you grew up in metal?
Paco and Hamburger Helper.
Frog.
Different influences, band influences.
I listen to a lot of jazz actually, but bands like Rush and Jethro Tull, Black Sabbath.
And although like these bands that I've interviewed in the past, like death metal bands, I listen to like real mellow stuff. But how do you put it in with the music you're playing, or do you keep it as far away as possible, or do you try mixing a bit of your influences in with what you're doing? Or
Well, my main influence is probably Suffocation.
Right.
They're like the most.
Damn.
I'm suffocating over here.
Why Suffocation?
Because it probably sucked the worst that I ever wrote.
Damn, they're fans.
Friends can suck.
No, I know.
I don't really know, dude.
Dude, no, I can just picture getting back around to them. They're cool guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely know them,
Yeah. So.
I don't know any of these.
I don't give a fuck.
Dude, whatever.
Yeah, so. Right, could you tell us about the albums, Scream Bloody Gore? How many copies did you sell?
I have no idea how many copies we sold of any of our albums because we're never told the truth.
Oh, right.
That's why we're glad to be off Relativity.
Could you tell us about the last album on Human? Why there was only Paul and Sean played, all the special musicians on the album?
Why did?
Oh, Cynic, yeah. Why did they only play on the LP then go back to Cynic?
Because they have their own band and they're very opposite direction of what I'm going into. So they were just doing their own thing. It was already known that they were just going to help me out with the album and tour.
Yeah.
And but it worked out for the best. I mean, I'm very happy that things went the way they did.
Yeah.
Because a lot of great things have happened since that.
Did you approach them for the next LP, the new one? Did you ever ask them if they wanted to do the next LP, or did you?
We were discussing it early in the works, but I mean, it was far before the album actually happened.
Yeah.
Before me, Gene, and Steve got together. But yeah, it was talked about once, but that was it. They were too busy doing their thing, so.
Yeah. Did Dark Angel split up now, or are they still together, or?
No, they've been split for a while.
Would you know what the cause was? Because I mean, Gene's not here, so I can't exactly ask.
I really can't speak for Gene. He would have to tell you.
Right. Can you tell us about the new LP? How long did it take to record? And Anderson Scott Burns did it again.
Right.
Right. Can you tell us how long it took to record?
What was it, like 6 weeks?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
Yeah. You happy with the way it turned out?
Hell yeah. Definitely, we had a great time.
Yeah. Do you have any guest musicians on the LP, or was you thinking of anybody?
Well, Andy came in to do, some guest lead work.
Andy the Rock, yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. He's awesome. Very, very awesome.
Yeah, I thought he might have been on the tour tonight with you.
Oh no, he just came down for the record. I mean, like about a week before.
Did some European tapes with you, apparently, didn't he?
No, that was a friend of ours, Ralph.
Oh, because there was something in Raw, I think there was a picture, and it said Andy LaRock, and I thought,
no, he didn't.
Somebody fucked up on the printing.
Yeah, someone fucked up. Remember that?
Yeah, I had a picture of Ralph and Andy or something. Yeah.
Was Andy only allowed to do so much of the guitar solos and work, or did you just tell him what he had to do and he just did it and then left? Or
No, I did.
Yeah, Steve took charge. No,
actually,
you know, go for it.
well, from what I remember, it's like you were in the process of getting a hold of Andy, but he didn't come in until later. So we had to stretch some songs out to make room for him.
Yeah.
Because we weren't sure he was coming, you know.
Right.
It was like a last minute thing.
Wanted to make sure it was worth his while, you know.
Yeah.
And we wanted him to come down to really contribute some lead or not just like one lead.
Yeah.
So like Steve said, we stretched some songs out, incorporated some new
Added a
stuff
couple
in
parts for it, just for him coming, you know.
Yeah.
To make it
Nice
cool.
Worked out really cool.
Do you ever think you'll be using a different producer besides Scott Burns, or any anything
I really can't. No, we're definitely into the opposite direction from what Colin's into production-wise.
Right.
I think Scott is a fantastic person and a fantastic producer, and when you get those two combinations together, I'm the type of person, I like tradition, and Scott's become part of the tradition of this band recording, just like Martin Birch was for Black Sabbath for a little while, and for Iron Maiden. And I definitely admire someone who sticks to their guns, and you know, I know Scott gets a lot of flack because everyone thinks he's trendy, but he really isn't. He got a lot of business because a lot of people, he's making a living, and there's nothing wrong with that, and he's making it in an honest way. He honestly helps and tries to help all the bands he works with.
Yeah, the reason he's been accused of being unoriginal is not because of him, it's because the bands lack originality.
Yeah.
As the
He's also been known for like
turd.
staying in Morris sound and not getting about. Do you think he just wants to get out of Morris sound, or do you think he just wants to stay there and record all the time?
It's comfortable as far as I'm
It's
concerned.
like his home studio. He knows it good. They have a new board in there now, so you know, they can improve the studio. You know,
Right. So
he's recorded elsewhere though. He's recorded in South America and Europe.
Yeah.
So, could you tell me about the songs? I mean, what they about? What you write about?
To sum it all up, it's mainly about the corruption that I experience and we all experience in the music industry. Being in a band, getting fucked over, being just manipulated to the most evil extent possible.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
You know, exactly.
I fit right in that picture.
So yeah, it's
That's
just
just your
about
bread.
what we all go through.
Yeah.
You know.
How many videos have you done up to now besides? You do one for Human, or was it two for Human?
One for Human and one for the new record.
Right,
which
you doing
is
any
The
more?
Philosopher.
Right.
Hopefully in human form.
Right.
We're hoping.
Depending on fund flowage.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same concept as the one you've done already?
No, it'll be entirely different.
Who directed the video?
Josh. God, I forgot his last name. I feel awful. I'm
I don't think I
bad.
ever knew it. Just Josh.
Josh Video.
Yeah.
And he's killer. He's an
Yeah.
awesome guy. We busted our asses. He busted his ass, and I think we came out with a good product for our budget and everything. It was all one day, from like 6 in the morning till like 12 at night or something insane.
A lot of people say that Death are the first death metal band. Would you agree? Or
No, that's absolutely definitely not true. Venom were, in my opinion, the actual first death metal band. You know, I mean,
I also thought
they had influences from like Motorhead and bands who were doing raw metal to begin with, but Venom to me were the first band I saw, and I was like scared, blown away, just amazed, just, you know, it was insane. Yeah, Possessed, they were another one of the early pioneers. Hellhammer, you know, whatchamacallit, South Cross.
I think Death is one of the first ones that you can take seriously, though.
Did you start the old scene off in Florida then? Your band Death? Or?
Yeah, we were the first death metal band out of Florida.
Hi, what's up? Hi, how you doing? Not bad. Good. Yeah, so
yeah, it was very empty scene back then. There's no one else. It's crazy. Nasty Savage was like the only
I saw them live when I was 13.
Yeah, they're gods.
Split up on Lean.
Yeah,
They've got a new
they're
band going, some members out of them.
What's this?
Something from kind of far.
Wow, God, I wish my hair was that long.
Yeah, look at that.
That's what I'd look like. Damn, grow, damn it, grow. Do we have to sign him and give him back?
Back to the interview. Could you tell us why it's took so long for the band to come over? And you've had a few problems and stuff in the past.
Well, not. I mean, we haven't had problems in a while. We've come to Europe several times after Human, like before this new album was even out.
Yeah.
We just never made it to England. But you know, one of our favorite shows ever was at the Astoria, which we were honored to play at. Is incredible, and we're real excited about playing Bradford as well. So it's just a matter of making it over here, having the time. There's just so many things involved in booking the show and having it happen. For one thing, money. Not receiving the money from shows, but someone paying to get over, because it's just so expensive. A band can't do it, and that's where the label comes in, and that's where things are fucked.
I understand on the first tour when you create it, something happened where I think somebody told me that the record company won't pay for your flight, you have to pay out your own money, so that's why you cancelled it. Is that right in saying so?
Well, yeah, there were a couple tours that we had to cancel. I think Dark Angel experienced that, working with Combat, or, you know. When you don't get money, you cannot tour. And people have to realize, because you have albums out does not mean you have the money to do it yourself. Most likely what is happening is you're broke and you're really struggling and you really want to tour to help promote your album, but you know, it's all up to the label.
They got you dangling.
Right? They totally have you by the balls, and you're fucked. You know.
So what's the best gigs you've ever done on this tour?
On this tour we're doing right now? Well, this is our first show, so this
Well, in Europe in general, you know.
Oh, well, the Astoria was one of the best shows ever that I've ever experienced. That was incredible.
Why do you think Europe gets the best concerts? Like, when last time you played, you had Cannibal Corpse with you, you had... There was just like 5 or 6 bands, Napalm Death, there was like...
Carcass.
Why do you think the Europeans get the best shows, and like the English ones always get like...
I don't know.
The Americans get good shows as well.
Come over here.
I mean, like over there in Europe and America, you get some real good bills, and then when it comes to English, like...
America doesn't get enough good bills from people that much.
Every time I read about it, it's like doesn't fucking end. It's like, what? So, but could you tell us, do you write songs in advance, or do you actually write them? Because a lot of bands write songs like a year in advance, and like new songs and stuff.
Right.
You do the same, or?
I like to start out early, definitely. I like to stay productive. I don't think it's fair to make people wait 3 years at a time for a record. So I want to make sure that we stay productive, and you know, for our own pleasure as well, you know, satisfying getting in the studio and working. I would hate to wait 3 years to get in the studio again.
Right.
Because it's a lot of fun.
Could you tell me what guitar influences you have? Each band member, or drum, you know, case Gene, drum influences. What drum influences do you have as a drummer?
Steve Di Giorgio. Sorry to snub you for this, but it would be nice to get you into that now. It's 9 o'clock. Okay.
Right. Is that cool?
Yeah, well, whatever. Can you just tell us anything to say to Friday 13 for us before I finish?
Just demand vinyl, damn it. Burn all CDs. And adopt a kitty or puppy and give them a home.
Right, anything to say, Steve?
No.
Gene, anything to say to Friday 13th readers?
Adopt Gene Holgan to give him a home.
Craig? Anything to say about Forbidden?
Anything to say about Forbidden, I would say on a different tape recorder, you know. Or not a different tape recorder, different...
Plug it. Promote it.
Yeah, Forbidden's still fucking heavy as shit. We're not gone, we're not dead, we're just fucking...
The new demo.
We're just in slumber for a little while.
Cheers, anyway.